Welcome to our video on tarantulas. In this fascinating exploration, we'll be uncovering some of the most interesting and surprising facts about these incredible creatures. From their unique defense mechanisms to their incredible regenerative abilities, we'll be taking a deep dive into the world of tarantulas and revealing some of the most incredible insights into their lives. Whether you're an arachnid enthusiast or simply curious about the amazing world of animals, you won't want to miss this exciting and informative video. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn all about the secrets of tarantulas. Fact 1. Tarantulas are one of the most recognizable and fascinating spiders in the world. One of the most impressive facts about them is that they are the largest spiders in the world. With some species having a leg span of up to 10 inches, 25 centimeters, they can look quite imposing to some people. However, it is important to note that not all species of tarantulas are this large. There are some species, such as the dwarf tarantulas, which are much smaller and can have a leg span of only a few centimeters. On the other hand, there are also species such as the Goliath bird-eater tarantula, which can have a leg span of up to 12 inches, 30 centimeters, making them the largest spiders in the world in terms of weight. Tarantulas belong to the family Theraphopidae, which is one of the largest spider families in the world. They are found in many different parts of the world, including the Americas, Africa, and Asia. Tarantulas have a very distinctive appearance, with large, hairy bodies and long, spindly legs. They are often a dark brown or black color, although there are also species that are brightly colored, such as the orange-kneed tarantula. One of the reasons that tarantulas are so fascinating is that they have a number of unique characteristics that make them different from other spiders. For example, they have very strong jaws and can bite with great force, which is important for capturing prey. They also have a unique defense mechanism in the form of urticating hairs. These are small, barbed hairs that the tarantula can flick off its body, which can irritate predators or humans. Despite their reputation for being dangerous, tarantulas are generally not aggressive towards humans. While their venom can be painful, it is rarely lethal to humans. In fact, many people keep tarantulas as pets, and there are over 800 species of tarantulas that can be kept in captivity. Overall, tarantulas are an incredible species of spider, and their impressive size is just one of the many things that make them fascinating to study and admire. Fact 2. Tarantulas are not only the largest spiders in the world, but they also have one of the longest lifespans among spiders. In fact, they can live up to 30 years, which is quite impressive considering most spiders have a lifespan of only a few years. This means that a tarantula can be a long-term companion for those who choose to keep them as pets. The lifespan of a tarantula can vary depending on the species and gender of the spider. Female tarantulas typically live longer than males, with some species living up to 30 years or more in the wild. Male tarantulas, on the other hand, have a much shorter lifespan, typically only living for a few years after reaching maturity. The longevity of tarantulas can be attributed to several factors. One of the main factors is their slow metabolism. Tarantulas have a very low metabolic rate, which means they do not require a lot of food to survive. This helps them conserve energy and live longer. They also have a slow growth rate, which means they take a long time to reach maturity, and therefore, their lifespan is extended. In addition to their slow metabolism and growth rate, tarantulas have a few other adaptations that help them live long lives. For example, they have the ability to regenerate lost limbs, including their fangs, which can help them survive injuries and live longer. They also molt their exoskeletons throughout their lives as they grow larger, leaving behind a perfect replica of themselves. Another interesting fact about tarantulas is that they are very adaptable to their environment. They can live in a variety of habitats, including deserts, rainforests, and grasslands. They are also able to go without food for extended periods of time, which helps them survive in environments where food is scarce. Overall, tarantulas are fascinating creatures with a long lifespan that makes them unique among spiders. Their slow metabolism, slow growth rate, and ability to adapt to different environments are all factors that contribute to their impressive longevity. Whether you encounter a tarantula in the wild or keep one as a pet, they are certainly a spider species worth admiring. Fact 3. Tarantulas are often misunderstood and feared by many people. However, despite their large size and fearsome appearance, they are not as dangerous as many people think. While they are venomous, their venom is relatively weak and is rarely lethal to humans. Tarantulas use their venom primarily to subdue their prey, which can include insects, small mammals, and even other spiders. Their venom is not intended for defense, although they will bite if they feel threatened or cornered. When they do bite, their venom can cause pain, swelling, and redness at the site of the bite. However, these symptoms are usually mild and will resolve on their own within a few hours to a few days. It is important to note that there are some species of tarantulas that are more venomous than others. For example, the venom of the Brazilian wandering spider is much more potent and can be lethal to humans if left untreated. However, this species is not typically kept as a pet, and encounters with this spider in the wild are relatively rare. In general, tarantulas are not aggressive towards humans and will only bite if they feel threatened. They would much rather flee from danger than confront it. If you do encounter a tarantula in the wild, it is best to leave it alone and give it plenty of space. For those who choose to keep tarantulas as pets, it is important to handle them with care and respect. While they are not as dangerous as many people think, they can still bite if they feel threatened or stressed. It is also important to note that some people may be allergic to tarantula venom, and their bites can cause more severe symptoms in these individuals. In conclusion, tarantulas are not as dangerous as many people believe. While their venom can cause pain and discomfort, it is rarely lethal to humans. With proper care and respect, tarantulas can be fascinating and rewarding pets for those who choose to keep them. Fact 4. Tarantulas have a fascinating defense mechanism that sets them apart from other spiders. They have specialized hairs on their abdomen, known as urticating hairs, which they can flick off their body as a means of defense. When threatened, a tarantula will rub its hind legs against its abdomen, causing the urticating hairs to be released into the air. These hairs are very fine and lightweight, and when they come into contact with skin, they can cause itching, irritation, and even a mild allergic reaction. In some cases, the hairs can also cause respiratory irritation if they are inhaled. This defense mechanism is highly effective against predators, as it allows the tarantula to escape unharmed while the predator is left dealing with the irritating hairs. There are several different types of urticating hairs, each with their own unique properties. Some types are barbed, which allows them to penetrate the skin more easily, while others are covered in tiny hooks that can cause even more irritation. Some tarantula species have specialized urticating hairs that are designed to stick to the eyes of their predators, causing intense irritation and discomfort. It is important to note that not all tarantula species have urticating hairs, and some species have them in varying degrees of potency. In general, New World tarantulas, which are found in the Americas, are more likely to have urticating hairs than Old World tarantulas, which are found in Africa and Asia. For those who keep tarantulas as pets, it is important to be aware of their urticating hairs and handle them with care. When a tarantula is stressed or threatened, it may release its hairs, which can cause irritation and discomfort to its owner or anyone else in the vicinity. Wearing gloves and protective clothing can help prevent this from happening. In conclusion, tarantulas have a unique defense mechanism in the form of urticating hairs, which they can use to irritate predators or people. While this defense mechanism is highly effective, it is important to handle tarantulas with care and respect to avoid coming into contact with their urticating hairs. Fact 5. Tarantulas are known for their large size and intimidating appearance, but many people may not be aware that some species of tarantulas are also incredibly colorful. These brightly colored tarantulas can be found in various regions throughout the world, and their vivid hues can range from bright reds and oranges to deep blues and greens. One of the most well-known brightly colored tarantulas is the Mexican red knee tarantula, which has bright red-orange coloring on its legs and a black body. This species is commonly kept as a pet and is known for its docile temperament and striking appearance. Another popular species is the Brazilian black and white tarantula, which has a black body with white stripes and is also commonly kept as a pet. There are many different factors that can influence the coloration of tarantulas, including genetics, diet, and environmental factors. Some species may have bright colors as a form of warning or aposematism, which serves to warn potential predators that they are venomous or toxic. Others may have bright colors as a form of camouflage, allowing them to blend in with their surroundings and avoid detection by predators. In addition to their bright colors, some species of tarantulas also have unique markings or patterns on their bodies. For example, the Costa Rican tiger rump tarantula has distinctive tiger-like stripes on its legs, while the Indian ornamental tarantula has intricate patterns of gold and black on its body. While brightly colored tarantulas may be visually striking, it is important to note that their coloring does not necessarily indicate their level of venomousness or aggression. As with all tarantulas, it is important to handle them with care and respect to avoid getting bitten. In conclusion, Some species of tarantulas are brightly colored, with vivid hues ranging from reds and oranges to blues and greens. These colorful spiders can be found in various regions throughout the world, and their coloration can serve a variety of purposes, from warning potential predators to providing camouflage. While their coloring may be visually striking, it is important to handle these spiders with care and respect to avoid any potential harm. Fact 6. Tarantulas are fascinating creatures that have adapted to thrive in a variety of habitats throughout the world. One of their most interesting behaviors is their nocturnal hunting habits, which allow them to hunt and capture prey under the cover of darkness. Unlike many other spiders, which are active during the day, most species of tarantulas are primarily active at night. They emerge from their burrows or hiding places after dark and begin to hunt for food. Tarantulas are opportunistic predators and will feed on a wide range of prey, including insects, other spiders, small mammals, and reptiles. To navigate and hunt in the darkness, tarantulas rely on their specialized sensory hairs, which are located on their legs and body. These hairs are incredibly sensitive and can detect even the slightest vibrations and movements in their surroundings. This allows tarantulas to track and capture prey in complete darkness, using their powerful jaws and venomous fangs to subdue their victims. In addition to their sensitive sensory hairs, tarantulas also have excellent eyesight. However, their eyesight is primarily adapted to detect motion rather than detail, making their sensory hairs a critical tool for hunting in the darkness. Despite their impressive hunting skills, tarantulas also face a variety of predators in their natural habitats. In addition to birds and mammals, tarantulas may also be preyed upon by other spiders and insects, as well as parasitic wasps and flies that lay their eggs inside the spider's body. Overall, tarantulas are incredible hunters that have adapted to thrive in a variety of environments. Their nocturnal hunting habits and specialized sensory hairs make them formidable predators in the darkness, and their ability to feed on a wide range of prey allows them to survive in even the most challenging of habitats. Fact 7. Female tarantulas have an impressive reproductive capacity, and can lay a large number of eggs at once. Depending on the species, a female tarantula can lay anywhere from a few dozen to over 2,000 eggs in a single clutch. The process of egg laying, or oviposition, typically takes place several weeks after the female has mated with a male. The female will construct a silk cocoon or sac in which to deposit her eggs, which she will then guard and protect until they hatch. The duration of the incubation period can vary depending on the species and environmental conditions, but typically ranges from several weeks to several months. During this time, the female tarantula will remain close to the egg sac, guarding it from potential predators and ensuring that the developing embryos receive the optimal conditions for growth and development. Once the eggs hatch, the female tarantula may continue to guard and care for the spiderlings for several weeks, providing them with food and protection until they are able to fend for themselves. In some species, the spiderlings will even remain with the mother for several months, forming a close-knit family unit until they are large enough to venture out on their own. While the reproductive capacity of tarantulas is certainly impressive, it is worth noting that many of the spiderlings produced in a single clutch will not survive to maturity. Factors such as predation, disease, and environmental stress can all contribute to high mortality rates among young tarantulas, which can make it difficult for populations to sustain themselves over time. Despite these challenges, tarantulas remain an important part of many ecosystems around the world. Their impressive reproductive capacity and unique parental behaviors make them fascinating creatures to observe and study, and their role as predators helps to keep insect and arthropod populations in check. Fact 8. Tarantulas, like all arthropods, have an exoskeleton made of chitin, a tough but flexible material that provides support and protection for their bodies. As tarantulas grow, their exoskeletons become too small and must be shed in a process known as molting. During a molt, a tarantula will stop eating and become less active as it prepares to shed its old exoskeleton. The process can take several hours to several days, during which time the tarantula is vulnerable to predation and other dangers. Once the old exoskeleton is shed, the tarantula emerges from its old skin, leaving behind a perfect replica of itself. The new exoskeleton is soft and pliable at first, but hardens and darkens over the next few days as the tarantula absorbs moisture and hardens its new shell. Molting is a critical part of a tarantula's life cycle, allowing the spider to grow and develop throughout its life. However, molting can also be a stressful and dangerous time for the spider, as it is vulnerable to predation and other dangers while its exoskeleton is soft and pliable. In addition to allowing tarantulas to grow and develop, molting can also provide valuable information for researchers studying these fascinating creatures. By examining the discarded exoskeletons, scientists can learn about a tarantula's growth rate, diet, and other aspects of its life history. Overall, molting is an essential part of a tarantula's life cycle, allowing the spider to grow and develop throughout its life. While it can be a dangerous and stressful time for the spider, it also provides valuable insights for researchers and offers a unique glimpse into the fascinating world of arthropods. Fact 9. Like many other arthropods, tarantulas have the ability to regenerate lost limbs. This means that if a tarantula loses a leg or other appendage, it can regrow it over time. The process of limb regeneration in tarantulas is complex and can take several months to complete. It starts with the formation of a small mass of cells called a blastema at the site of the injury. The blastema contains cells that are capable of differentiating into various types of tissues, including muscle, nerve, and exoskeleton. As the blastema grows, it begins to differentiate into the various tissues needed to form a new limb. This process is controlled by a complex interplay of genetic and environmental factors, including hormones, growth factors, and other signaling molecules. Over time, the new limb grows and develops, eventually reaching full size and functionality. However, the regenerated limb may not be an exact replica of the original, and may have slight differences in structure or function. One interesting aspect of tarantula limb regeneration is that they are also able to regenerate their fangs. Fangs are an essential part of a tarantula's hunting and feeding behavior, and losing them can be a serious setback. However, with the ability to regenerate their fangs, tarantulas can quickly recover from injuries or other damage. Overall, the ability of tarantulas to regenerate lost limbs and fangs is a remarkable adaptation that allows them to recover from injuries and continue to survive in the wild. It also provides a fascinating glimpse into the complex and amazing world of arthropod biology. Fact 10. Tarantulas have become increasingly popular as pets over the years. They are fascinating creatures with a unique set of characteristics that make them interesting to observe and care for. While they are typically associated with the wild, many people have discovered the joys of keeping them as pets. There are over 800 species of tarantulas that can be kept in captivity, and each species has its own unique set of characteristics and care requirements. Some species are more docile and easier to handle, while others are more aggressive and require more specialized care. It is important for prospective tarantula owners to do their research and understand the needs of the specific species they are considering. One of the advantages of keeping tarantulas as pets is that they are relatively low maintenance. They require a suitable enclosure, appropriate food and water, and a safe and comfortable environment. Many species of tarantulas are also relatively long-lived, with lifespans of up to 20 or 30 years in some cases. However, owning a tarantula is not for everyone. They can be intimidating for some people, and their venomous bites can be painful or dangerous for those who are allergic or otherwise sensitive to their venom. Additionally, they are not as interactive as other pets, such as dogs or cats, and may not provide the same level of companionship or entertainment. Despite these challenges, many people have found great joy and fulfillment in keeping tarantulas as pets. They are fascinating creatures with a unique set of characteristics and behaviors, and provide a window into the amazing world of arachnids. For those who are interested in owning a tarantula, it is important to do their research and understand the needs and care requirements of these fascinating creatures. And that's a wrap on our video on tarantulas. We hope you enjoyed learning about these amazing creatures and discovered some new and interesting facts along the way. If you found this video informative and entertaining, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content like this. And if you have any questions or comments about tarantulas, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.